It is a hole in your heart that doesn't ever heal. Never. And I don't wish that on anybody.
Killed alongside his friend, who he trusted. But could that friend have been the reason for his death? 19 years after a double homicide on Tucson's South Side, a family continues their search for answers and justice. In tonight's 13 Crime Files, we revisit the case and speak with one of the victim's mothers and detectives about how all these years later, no suspects have been identified. Family describes Rafael Ballesteros, or Junior as his loved ones called him, as a happy, funny, and lovable guy.
When Junior would enter a home, you knew it was him. You knew it was him. He was always making people laugh.
But on November 3rd, 2005, that laugh was silenced. Tucson police say the bodies of Rafael and Roy Angulo were found in a dirt area on West 36th Street. Both had been shot, though no one reported hearing gunshots in the area and no witnesses were identified.
The one that he was found with, he called him one of his best friends. He looked up to him like a big brother, and he loved hanging around with him because he was paraplegic and he needed help. And he was always there for him, always there for him.
But it was a friendship that Rafael's family saw as bad news.
People were after him. Roy was hanging around with some pretty bad people. He ended up in prison, came out, and they started looking for him, from my understanding. We asked and told my son not to hang with him, and he didn't listen. That was his guy.
Tucson police say drugs and or debt related to drug activity are among things that certainly could have been a motive after they dug into Roy's history. Mona says her son was loyal to a fault.
Christina, my daughter, told him not to go. Don't stop hanging around with him. He wouldn't listen. He wouldn't listen. So it was just a matter of time. And we were hoping that he wouldn't go with him, but he did. He did.
Tucson police investigated some initial leads, but none to this point have risen to the level of naming a suspect. Rafael left behind a 2-year-old, named after him. Now a man Mona says she wishes his father could have watched him grow up. And she says she won't have closure until there are answers.
I wish they would come forward. Do you want to take that with you when you die, knowing what happened? Knowing that you know that, for all I know, it could be your child that did this to my child. Why aren't you coming forward? I don't understand. I don't understand that at all.
Tucson police still welcome any information on this case, no matter how small the detail may be. If you have any details whatsoever, please reach out to 88 Crime.